Hey guys, YouTuber Hendrik here. And yeah, it's been a little now over a week since I have made a video, yeah. Last week, just like through basically all of last week, I was just dealing with a cold and stuff. So yeah, I didn't really want to make any videos like with me, like having the cold with me, like being like sniffly and coughing and all that throughout the video. I just figured I would just kind of like take it easy until like the, I would like, I felt better. So yeah, and I'm feeling okay now. So yeah, but that's really why like I really haven't done a video for a little over a week now, just because yeah, I was dealing with a cold. So yeah, just wasn't really feeling up to it. All right, but yeah, here I am now, and for this video, this is just going to be something that I've just like kind of been like thinking a little bit about for a few days now. For this video, I wanted to talk about something regarding the movie Mean Creek. So yeah, so I'm not really sure how many of you have actually seen the movie Mean Creek. Yeah, Mean Creek. It was a movie that was released in 2004, and I don't really think that this movie did like receive like a full on theatrical release. Like the film was like originally like like screened at like some film festivals that year, and yeah, and it was like given like a limited release in like movie theaters throughout the U.S. But yeah, I don't really think like it really did receive like a full on theatrical release where it was released like worldwide or anything. So yeah, so yeah, so I really don't know like how many people have seen this movie because yeah, it really didn't like have like a lot of like real publicity when it was like first release. Yeah, but yeah, for those of you who haven't seen this movie, I'll kind of like give you like the premise of it. What the movie is about is it has like some it actually does like feature some like uh stars in it. Like it has people like Rory Culkin, Ryan Kelly, Trevor Morgan, Josh Peck, uh, Scott Mikulowicz, and Carly Schroeder in it. Yeah, and what the movie really is like about is like it's about like a group of kids that like end up devising a plan and to get like revenge on a school bully because yeah, at the start of the film, the school bully like he ends up attacking like one of the other kids at the start of the film. And so then, yeah, then like the kid, his brother, and a few of their friends end up coming with a plan to like get revenge on the bully. And what it really does, the it's really consisting of is like they end up kind of like inviting him out on a a bit of a trip with them. Yeah, but yeah, as the film progresses, like the supposed bully, like he's like sees that. Well, yeah, the other kids like feel that that uh like the bully is not really like so much of a complete jerk, or like it soon like is like shown that like as while he is like very insecure and stuff, he is really just like wanting to be like socially accepted and just like wanting like some people to like be with and stuff. So yeah, so it really is kind of like just like a case of misunderstanding. And then yeah, as the movie progresses and like the kids like end up like discovering more about him and his like background and stuff, like they are like the kids like most of them like actually are like wanting to call the revenge off, but there's one of the kids that just like refuses to do it and is still like wanting to go through with it and stuff. Yeah, and then yeah, but then when the time comes to really like enact the revenge on the bully, like I really don't want to give too much away about it, but yeah, what really does happen is like basically like the plan ends up going wrong, and yeah, then yeah, once again, I really don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it ends up going wrong, and then something quite dark ends up happening to the bully. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I really don't want to give like too much away about it, but yeah, let's just say that like something like quite dark ends up happening to the bully. And yeah, and then as a result of it, like once the other kids do discover like what happened to him, like 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 the kids like at first they're like absolutely traumatized by it, and yeah, and and then yeah, but yeah, the one kid that like refused to like call off the plan of revenge, and and yeah, he like ends up like yeah, he like refuses to call the plan off. So yeah, and he just like the other kids really are just really are like starting to like they just like want to really like really just confess to what had happened and really just like accept whatever consequences as they may receive for what did happen. But yeah, the one but yeah, that one guy he just like is just like refusing to let them do that, and he pretty much is just like making yeah he pretty much just like made them like just say like made them like keep it a secret and not say anything about it. Yeah, but then yeah, then over time like the that one guy like he ends up oh yeah he ends up like kind of like becoming a yeah he becomes like a fugitive and he just really just start to commit like other acts other like sorts of crimes. Like he ends up like robbing gas stations and stuff. But yeah, then eventually like the rest of the kids like they eventually do like finally decide to confess to what did happen. So then yeah, at first like it shows like them like going to the bully's house and just like confessing to his mother what happened, though it doesn't actually like show them actually saying to her what happened. Like it just like yeah, like it just shows like them like going to the house and the mother opens up the door just like looking at the kids. Yeah. And then yeah, then it just like shows like the the kids like just like explain to the police what happened, and eventually like the police actually do actually have an investigate the incident and stuff. Yeah, and really just like what I'm really like getting at here is like what actually does like happen to the kids at the end of the movie, because yeah, because at the end of the movie, like when the police like start to investigate the scene, like it really doesn't actually like show or reveal what actually does happen to the kids after they confess to the crime, and well after they do confess to what happened. So yeah, so I've always kind of like been a little bit puzzled by it, like what actually did happen to the kids, because yeah, like I said, it doesn't show like what happened to them at all. Like it just like shows like the police are do like investigate the scene. Yeah, and really just like it shows like the main kid like looking on as the police are investigating it, but we don't actually find out like what actually just happened to the kids. It's for the incident. Like yeah, the movie doesn't ever show that at all. Like it just ends with like the investigation happening, and that's it. So yeah, it really is just kind of like something to think about. Like, what actually did happen to all the kids? Like, did the one guy that like refused to like actually confess to it? Did he ever get caught, and was he locked up? I really think that he definitely did get locked up. Yeah, but what about the other kids? Like, did any of them end up facing any charges for what happened? Because I mean, you know, I just really don't know. Like, did they actually face any uh, consequences for it? Or since they did actually come clean to the whole thing, did they all just end up being like cleared and not face any like criminal charges or anything? Because technically, like what did happen to the bully, it was an accident. So yeah, I mean, did they all just like end up being acquitted for everything since they did confess to what happened? Yeah, it really just is something to think about. Yeah, I'll put a couple of clips from the movie down in the description for you guys to see, because yeah, it really will kind of like give you an idea of like what I'm talking about. Like it will actually like show you like this some of the things I'm really like I'm not spoiling. Like one of the clips I will have down there is this the scene in the movie where it like the plan just ends up going wrong, and what happens to the bully in the movie. Yeah, and the other uh scene I'll have there is actually the ending of the movie where the kids actually do like confess to what happened, and yeah, it'll just you'll just see for yourself. Like it doesn't ever like show what does like what does happen to the kids. Like it doesn't really show like what the result is for the the incident that happened. So yeah, it really is like something you can really think about. Yeah, and this movie, gosh, I mean, it really didn't receive a lot of attention, and even now, like people really don't really seem to be taking the movie seriously because, like I said, like Josh Peck is like in the movie. Josh Peck is actually the one that does play the bully. Yeah, and you just see like he has like a very different attitude. Of course, like Josh Peck was a Nickelodeon star. Of course, like he was on like the Amanda Show and of course Drake and Josh. Yeah, and just a lot of people really are just like making a lot of like Drake and Josh references and stuff like on the videos those of like this movie. Like people really don't seem to be taking it seriously, but yeah, it really is a good performance, and it really is just like much different from his like Nickelodeon performances. Like he swears for one thing, and yeah, and it's just like an entirely different personality from his Nickelodeon shows. So if you haven't seen this movie before, I guess I would recommend checking it out because yeah, the kids all do a pretty good job overall. All, all and stuff, and yeah, and it really does really get quite depressing, especially like with what does happen to the bully in the movie. Like after that is really where the movie really does get really depressing, and yeah, and it is like a pretty good movie, but yeah, I've always kind of just been like really, it really just makes me like scratch my head on how it ends and just what just happened to all the kids? Like, did any of them end up facing charges? Because there was like one of the kids, not like the one that really like wanted to go through with everything and stuff, but yeah, one kid that technically did like sort of commit the action that did result in what happened to him, the bully. But even then, it was an accident. So yeah, so what happened to everybody? Like, did they face charges? Were they acquitted? Just yeah, it's just something that I've really been wondering, and I think a lot of other people that have seen the movie have been waiting over it also. Like I have kind of like seen like some theories on like what did happen to the kids and what their what possible consequences could have happened to them. But yeah, it is really all just theory, and I guess this is one of those situations where it really just does like have you just draw your own conclusion and figuring out for yourself like what could have happened to the kids. I mean, there are some movies that have done that where they have ended with like some questions unanswered and really do, it just makes the audience really just come up with their own theories on what happened. I mean, yeah, and this is one of those cases. But yeah, it really just makes me wonder what did happen. And so yeah, what do you guys think happened to those kids? Like, if you have seen that movie before, even like if you do watch those clips down there, and still like you're wondering what had happened, just if you have an idea on what could have happened, comment on my channel and tell me what you think may have happened to the kids. Yeah, but yeah, it really just does give you something to think about. Yeah, so yeah, it really is kind of like an interesting thing to really think about. So like I said, I'll have a couple of clips from this movie down in the description involving like the stuff that I've talked about, and yeah, just see it for yourself, and yeah, just what do you think happened? Just let me know. Like, tell me what you think could have happened. All right. So I guess that's all I really have to say about this. So I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about it, and yeah, and check out those clips down there from the movie, and yeah, and like I said, if you haven't seen this movie before, I think it really is worth a watch. It really is pretty good. All right. So I guess that's all I really have to say about this. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.